ang ano ko pa.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Julie Mary Ann Migrino, and today we're going to tackle the phase 2 of the systematic design model. So this topic is the continuation of the discussion of Ms. Caril and Ms. Annie. We all know that a systematic design model, it refers, or it is not usually done easily because it has a process that needs to address in the implementation of the curriculum in the educational system. So let's start first with determined objectives. So in determining the objectives, it is important for us to know the learning outcomes of the curriculum to easily address and assess the needs of the students. So the objectives are the intended result of the program. We need to know the objectives of our learning experiences in order to align that with our students. We all know that in making a curriculum, we should also consider the characteristic of the students. Because according to Howard Gardner's, there is a theory, or the multiple intelligence theory by Howard Gardner's, that there are different learnings among the students. So ensuring that the objectives support the overall of educational aims of the program or the implementation of the curriculum in the educational system. The next one is select instruction format. So it is now the process in selecting methods or teaching strategies that should be aligned or that should be addressed in the implementation of the curriculum to really assess the learnings of the students. In that way, we could easily teach the students depending on the needs or depending on the teaching strategies that could be aligned to them. And it could also help in achieving the implemented curriculum. So it is also essential that we use or select formats that facilitate active engagement among our students. In that way, the teachers and the student interactions are much easier and much properly engaged to have a meaningful learning experiences. In that way, we could assess that our students are happy and also understand our topic or the discussion. The third one is evaluate and select existing materials. So this third process in the design evaluation and procedures in the phase 2 of systematic design model, this is the crucial part in the implementation of the curriculum. It's because this phase involves in assessing and determining which educational resources, materials, or content that we need to put or need na to ibutang ang nga curriculum in order for us or in order for our curriculum to be effective. This is the time that we need to erase those parts in the curriculum that are not effective and change it with a new one that much easier for the students. Okay, we all know in evaluating and selecting existing materials, why is it a crucial part? Because it is not easy to identify what are the things that need to assess about the students, and we need to change that because we face different students every day. There are a lot of students, a lot of differences. So na uban nga student nga slow learner, na uban nga student nga fast learner. In that way, we could easily address the needs of the students. So we need to integrate into that curriculum. So in integrating a new material, we should also use the materials, or we should also change those things para sa akong gingon earlier, that we need to change those things that are not effective with the curriculum and change it with a better one. So we need to identify the gap in identifying those content in the curriculum. So the fourth one is produce and field test new and evaluate materials. So this is the step after the evaluate and select existing materials. Because in producing and field test new and evaluate materials, this is the time that after the evaluation and selecting of existing materials, we need to test it in the real world or real world testing. So in that way, we could really assess if that curriculum is really effective or not by giving it or by implementing it or by being part of the real world curriculum. Mahimo na siyang part sa educational system, and that way kung usa tong effective gud niya, mura bitaw na siya experimentation nga kung effective ba na siya nga bago nga changes nga gibuhat. In that way, the purpose of that is to ensure the educational resources is really effective, and it also in a high quality to support the learning objectives. objectives of the curriculum. So in the implementation of the curriculum, we should always align it in the objectives or the goal of that curriculum. And also the next one is coordinate logistics for implementation. So it is essential for us to ensure a smooth and successful implementation of the curriculum. So this is also to ensure that we can be effectively deliver it to the learners. Kaya diba, from what I've said earlier that in produce and field test new and evaluate materials, diba gibutang na siya sa real world experiences, bali gibutang na siya sa educational system, na siya implementation. At that time, sa pag-coordinate logistic for implementation, we could really assess if that implementation of the curriculum is really effective or not. So, kung na-delivered ba siya sa mga teachers effectively to the learners or na-delivered ba siya sa mga school ang effective ways or the changes of the new curriculum. And the last one is to implement, evaluate, and revise. So, in that way, we will implement the curriculum, i-evaluate na siya tagsa-tagsa, and revise. So, dili gid pwede nga usa ka curriculum wala gyud siya changes because our curriculum is changing every day. So, anong time, i-evaluate na siya, new curriculum or newly implemented curriculum, i-implement na siya, after that, i-evaluate na siya, and after that, i-revise na po siya. This is a repetitive process. Balik-balik yun na siya. Kaya, if we would implement, evaluate, and revise, we should consider the objective. And after that, we select instructional formats or the teaching strategies that align for the objectives of our students or the objectives of the curriculum, and evaluate and select existing materials nga ato to i-change to ang i-change, produce and field test and new and evaluate materials mo siya nga time nga nasa real world experiences, coordinate logistics for implementation, maki-coordinate siya sa mga school if kadubang real world experiences, kadubang field test and nabuhat pag siya effectively by the teachers, and implement, evaluate, and revise. Ano siya, babalik-balik na po siya, i-implement na po siya, i-evaluate na po siya, and revise, and then balik na po sa design, evaluation, and procedures. So, these steps, or this step-by-step process in the systematic design model is a repetitive process in design, evaluation, and procedures to identify or to really identify the gap in the implementation of the curriculum and for us to know if that curriculum is really effective or not.